Hi, I'm Amber Jensen, owner of Illumination Coaching and Wellness. And I wanted to take time to really define self-care and talk about what that term self-care means. You hear it a lot, but we don't often take the time to actually break it down and talk about what it is, what it does. So I want to do that today. First off, I want to tell you the Oxford Dictionary's definition of self-care. So the definition is taking action to preserve or improve your own health or the practice of taking an active role in protecting your own well-being and happiness. Makes sense, right? You're preserving, improving, protecting your well-being and happiness. That's basically what it is. So I used to think self-care had to be this huge, elaborate process. I used to think that when people said, you need to focus on self-care, it was I needed to take a week's vacation, or I needed to go spend 2 hours getting my hair done or a massage, or I needed to spend an hour at the gym. And these were things that just felt too big, too time intensive, or too expensive. And what I found in my journey is that self-care does not have to be time intensive and expensive. It can be simple, effective things that have a big impact. And so I want to talk about that today. I break down self-care into 3 different categories. There's probably more, but this is how I look at it. So that first category is physical. So self-care that helps your physical well-being are things that help your physical body. So it's things that make you feel better, like getting more sleep, drinking more water. I consider our physical well-being our basic, right? Our foundation. So if we don't feel good physically, it's really hard to feel good mentally and emotionally. So that's kind of the foundation that I start with. Then I move into mental, so activities that help my mental well-being. So these are activities that either help calm your mind, help quiet your racing thoughts. I have what I call the monkey mind, which is when I feel like my thoughts are swirling and I just can't get a hold of them and I can't kind of come out of that feeling. So it's self-care that actually helps you decompress from that. Or it can also be activities that stimulate your mind in a different way. So if you're really analytical, it might be things that help bring out your creative side. And then the last category is emotional. So for my emotional well-being, what I'm talking about here are activities that bring you joy, bring you happiness, bring you that deep sense of peace and calm, right? That help you process your emotions. So you just want to think about things that make you feel joy, that bring a smile to your face, that make you happy. So those are the 3 categories. So I hear a lot from clients that self-care is selfish. They feel a lot of guilt or angst about taking time for themselves because they feel like it will negatively impact their relationships, their job, or their life in some way. And so they don't do it. And I call BS. Self-care is not selfish. Self-care is really important to actually helping you be a better you for all those people in your life. So I want you to think about this example, and this one was hard for me. You're sitting in when you're sitting in an airplane and they talk about put your oxygen mask on before your kiddos, and I was always like, yeah, whatever, I'm gonna save my kid before me, like my kid's more important than me. You people are crazy, I don't understand it. And then I started to really think about it, and it took me a while. But think about this. You put the oxygen mask on your kid and your kid's now fine, but you've passed out. So your kid is now freaking out because they've got a mom that's laying there that can't help them, that can't tell them where to go, right? Like their sense of safety is out the window at this point. Whereas if you put on your oxygen mask first, you know how to do CPR to revive your kid. You could carry your kid off the airplane if you needed to. You would then have the power to save your child even if they pass out. It's really important to take that in for a second. So by putting your oxygen mask on first, you are actually able to be the super mom or super dad or whatever that you were meant to be. And that's not just in an emergency, it's in life. Putting your oxygen mask on first, taking care of your well-being actually helps those around you. So, the biggest thing that I've learned about self care is that by taking care of me, I can give more generously to others. And that's all I want. That's probably all you want, right? That's why you keep putting yourself last on your list, because you want to give more to all the people in your life. But when you stop and take care of you first, you can actually give more to those people. And self care is great with other things too. It improves your mental clarity, it makes you feel better, you can be more productive, you can have more energy, you have less stress. Better mood, more stable emotions. Like self-care is really good at a lot of things, but ultimately it gives you the opportunity to give more to others, and that's the really important piece. So, here's some ideas to get you started. Simple ideas that can help. Drink more water if you're not drinking enough water. Give your body what it needs to be hydrated. Put some movement in your life. Take a 10 or 15-minute walk on lunch, or take a break and just walk around the block a couple times. Give your body that movement that it needs. Take a nap. Take a long hot shower or bath. Give yourself some quiet time. Light a candle that smells really good and just smell it for a minute or two and just feel the happiness that that smell brings you. I think we talked about, or maybe I didn't, I'm not sure, but getting creative, right? So draw, color, paint, use your kids' art supplies, right? They won't notice they're gone. But get your creative side going. Or just simply take time, 5 minutes, to write down 3 things you're grateful for. And as you write them, really think about them. Like, don't just write them really quickly, but write them and stop and just be with that item. So writing down 3 things you're grateful for. So those are just some quick examples. They don't take long. Most of them don't even cost you anything that you can do that starts to help your physical well-being, your mental well-being, or your emotional well-being. So choose something that sounds really good to you. Something that you've been wanting to do, or that brings a smile to your face, and go write it in your calendar right now. Make a date with you. Set an appointment. So you can pause this, go write it down, pick 1 or 2 days this upcoming week, schedule in 10 to 15 minutes. It can be more, but start small, 10 to 15 minutes, and schedule it in and take that time for you. Your family and your friends and your coworkers will actually thank you, because you'll come back a more happy, energized, clear person that they actually want to be around. So try it and let me know what you think. And then I just encourage you to really start to believe that self-care is not selfish. Self-care is what allows you to give more generously to others. And just start to really take that in and believe it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you can get updates when I release more videos. I hope this has helped clarify what self-care is, or when I talk about self-care, what self-care means, and how it can be simple and effective and fit into your life.